Hello everyone, welcome back to Liam McKay Productions. So, in this video I'm going to be playing as Justin Trudeau as part of a Canadian candidate challenge I'm doing, where I'm playing as all the candidates from my home country of Canada in the upcoming Canadian federal elections. So, today we are going up against, Inflation Mary, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. So, hopefully we can win this, because if we don't, that'll really suck. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the Old South. Even though Trudeau has not great stats, it's actually the worst candidate out of the Canadian candidates in game. Between himself, Mark Carney, and Jordan Peterson, he is definitely the worst. Decent town and tech bonuses, but he's got no other. Most of his groups are either neutral, like swing states are African American. He doesn't have a high national group, his highest is only youth vote at 25. He's got pretty substantial penalties, especially in Old South and oil. Which now you might be thinking, why am I going for Old South? Well, it's because Old South is still a really good strategy, even if you don't have a bonus and you have a penalty. So, because I'm trying to get the Old South swing states combination, because that gives me a solid starting point. Because when you're running against just an evil combo like this, it's just a nasty combo of huge national groups, 67 Big Con, 67% evangelicals, and 60% gun lobby is horrific. Sucks to have to go up against that, but I'll do it, and hopefully I can get a W. But when you're going up against national groups like that, you want to try and get really solid state group foundations, right? Because they thrive. National group players thrive on delaying you from getting the groups and making you overspend. But if you can get a whole bunch of groups, what I'm trying to do here, without the national group player getting stealing from you or building a strong foundation, that puts you in a good spot. It puts you in a really good spot. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do here. So I'm going to get the swing state bonus. I'm going to expand into Maryland and Arizona. I am interested to see what he does here. He's definitely going up in evangelicals. But does he enter gun lobby, women's movement, youth vote? Even though he has a slightly less strong bonus in labor because of a Reagan VP, he still has a 30%, so it's still not horrible for him to do that. So he could even do that. But yeah, see, that's 140k of national group money. That's horrific. And I'm jealous because I like to use combos like that because they're good. They are really good. So what I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna do some more expansion into Michigan, Pennsylvania, Alabama, Mississippi. But you see, I'm also gonna go into New York trying to get for high tech and probably town and gown in the future, But we'll see what I'm able to do, because he might be just nuking me. Okay, he's in Louisiana, which obviously not my favorite outcome. Ideally, he would have done nothing, but we got off pretty easily this turn. I have a feeling next turn he's gonna be in every state. I'm not safe for next turn, so I'm gonna be doing some heavy expansion. Heavy, and a lot of moving up. There's a good chance, bro, he just goes California, Texas, because even though he has steep penalties in a lot of them, national groups are naturally suited because you get these, and they're a lot harder to steal, and you need less states. It's a perfect saving thing, so I have a feeling he just didn't go for any national groups for it, and he just went all in on yep, he did, so... Okay, well, we can probably still keep African American, which is good. And we might be able to gain high tech if we're lucky. But otherwise, he's in a really good position right now. If I'm him, I might go one thing up in one of these and probably enter New York and Florida, make me overspend, and then go. Okay, so he's going for it. He's going for it. I lost for Old South points. He gains Old South. Interesting. Very interesting. How strong of some threats does he actually have here? Is he gonna take it? Or is he gonna do some sort of pivot? I'm not interested in waiting to see. I'm gonna enter into California. Now, we still have African American swing states in town again, so not in a bad position at all. Not at all. Okay, he went to California and Texas. So feeling he's gonna go Cali, Texas, going up in Michigan, and can't go past him in North Carolina. Louisiana, I think would be a good one to grab. I think Louisiana, because of the oil and the export, I think that would be a pretty nice state to get. And of course, Michigan maxing out, trying to get the high tech. I'm trying to weaken his manufacturing odds by a fair bit. You know, I wonder what he's gonna. So he entered into California, trying to make sure that I don't get it, and I can respect that. You know, you don't want to get, you don't want to let your opponent get too many like state groups and have too many advantages over you and all these states. So, and what I'm really gonna do this turn is be super aggressive. He's so aggressive. Right. I'm trying to steal North Carolina to the max. I'm trying to steal Georgia, and then because if he steals Florida, right, but I get these, I don't lose any groups. Like I don't. It loses me EVs, but right now EVs aren't the issue. And if he wants to overspend in Florida, I'm perfectly fine with that. He can do that all he wants. But I don't plan on doing that. So because it's gonna be an unfortunate thing for him. But no, we don't have enough to try and get ballot. So I'm entering into Wisconsin. Good. I'm gonna try and make sure no funny business happens in Pennsylvania. So right now I'm actually in a really good position, I think. Despite having these ridiculous national groups. I think I could pull this off, but yeah. National group candidates like Inflation Mary, colluding Trump, the base Ronald Reagan, even like some free ones like Ruth Bader Ginsburg can be tough to deal with. They're not fun to deal with either because they can just save and just cripple you with the what our national groups have. So that's obviously not great. Now what I want to try and do is get a ballot here. I want this game to end. I don't. That's another thing with national groups is you want to get a full advantage. So national group players want the ballot to be delayed generally, unless their position would otherwise suit it. Like in this position, he wants the game to be longer because that's more national group money he can accumulate to maybe steal New York or just drop a huge ton of money on the ballot. You could also try and do that, which wouldn't be ideal for me. So I'm gonna enter into all these states, see if I can get him to overspend, or just take him on the ballot, or just take him normally. You know, see what this match has in store. I am tempted to go like one in Florida, right? Because he might go one in Florida. That's something I'd probably do. One in Florida, you know. It's like Illinois is a state that I think a lot of people would overspend on here, and normally I would too, but I wasn't so invested in getting a. Okay, he blocked me in almost all the states. So I'm gonna try and not do that this time. I'm gonna try and perhaps go two in every state this time. I don't want a ballot. Him to get a ballot. No, wait, what am I saying? I want to get a ballot. I don't want him to block the ballot. Arizona, I think, is a good one to block. And then, what's he threatening here, really? We got probably 8A, so I'm gonna go up here. Then I feel like he'll go after Alabama. But otherwise, we got a pretty solid foundation in all my groups, and he's still without export. That's another thing. He doesn't have export. And I'm not gonna try getting export. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but perhaps like I'll go up in some of these states to make it so I have a stronger lead. A lot of defense being played here, but that's what you gotta do sometimes. Yeah. Alright, so this turn I'm gonna block these Arizona and Alabama. I have a feeling you might go after them. I was right about Alabama. We'll see about Arizona. Okay, yeah, so that didn't work out. But there is a balance. There is a balance that actually did work out. Thankfully. But he's in almost every state I'm in. He's got so much more money. So much money. I can still pull this off, though. I don't think I'm dead by any means. By any stretch of the imagination. It's just gonna have to be some really precise, some incredibly smart moves too. Have to make some really, really good decisions here. Do I go for Illinois? Illinois would be beautiful. I think I'm gonna go for Indiana though. And New Mexico is bold, but I'll ignore New Jersey. Probably some action in Maryland, some ups in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Wisconsin, Iowa. Go for Tennessee. No, I won't. I won't go for Tennessee. That's too risky. I'm gonna do a lot of really small defenses in some of these smaller states. Because truly, he's in a really good position, but I think I can still do this because he's got to be really smart. So Arkansas flips. I wasn't gonna keep Colorado, so that's Colorado safe. Doesn't go in Connecticut. The lock in DC, that's good. It's nice free EVs executed. The lock in Delaware too, that's six. Six is probably gonna be a big difference maybe. You win in Idaho. Okay. I stole Indiana though. Indiana's probably gonna be a big one. Okay, blocked Iowa, that's pretty good. So far, this balance has been going pretty favorably for me. He's been making some steals, but I've got a fair bit of a chance here. Okay, Maine flips. That's a big one. Can I block Minnesota? Yes, I can. That's big. Minnesota is big. I can block Missouri too. I'll keep it still Missouri, but blocked Minnesota, so that's really good. Blocked Montana too. That's also good. All that I'm really so far right now I'm happy because I think if some of my steals, like if I steal Washington or South Carolina, I think I'm in a really good spot. Okay, he can win New Jersey. That stings. Maybe I should have spoken so soon. But like again, South Carolina and Washington. He needs. Okay, got South Carolina. That's huge. No, Washington. So you got Utah. But do I take them on? Yes, I do take them. If I get Washington, I should be fine. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can lose now. Yeah, Wisconsin block definitely seals it. I won this. That was a close game. That was a good game. So GG to my opponent. National groups are always tough to defeat in this game, but I was able to do it as one of the weaker candidates. As you can see, look at how much bonuses he had in comparison to me. I mean, it just goes to show that sometimes, like, strategy does outweigh candidate advantage. Although, it's not like he had bad strategy at all. He was pretty good, actually. But there are some things that happened. Anyways, great game to my opponent. That was a very fun one. And yeah, I won as Justin Trudeau. So, that's the second part of a Canadian candidate challenge. If you're watching this in compilation, you will see Jordan Peterson won in a couple seconds. If not, this will be the end of the video. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you like these kind of videos, check out some of the other 270 videos I have. I've played as a whole bunch of characters, everyone from like Millard Fillmore to Dr. Oz to Jimmy Carter. I plan to play more. Maybe the Zuma videos you like, or the Jeweled ones, or just the Water ones. Anyways, thank you very much for watching again. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day.